Welcome back to the channel. I'm Ryan Shepp with Cream City Tattoo and subparphotos.com. Today on GSPro, we're going to be playing the fantasy course, Swiss Alpine Valley. And if you haven't played this yet, you're in for a real treat because this course is absolutely phenomenal. The fantasy land that they created here is just epic mountains, valleys, rivers, all kinds of stuff cutting through this course. And you probably won't be able to pick it up on camera, but we have some buzzards up there too swirling around just in case you fall off the wagon. So on today's episode 2, I brought one of my favorite cigars as of late. It's the Don Pepin Garcia, the Cuban Classic. Found this a few months ago, tried it out. It's become one of my late favorites, so definitely give it a check out. It's a Don Pepin Garcia, the Cuban Classic. Give it a rip. Also an accompaniment today is one of my favorite cocktails as of late. I found this at some point probably last year and definitely put it in the rotation. It doesn't even hurt to go with it later in the evening. It's 1 ounce, equal parts 1 ounce, 3 ingredients. It's an espresso and liquor 43 and a favorite reposado tequila. Today we're using Mi Gente. What you do is you shake all 3 together over ice vigorously, pour it into another shaker that's got no ice, and then you shake that one and pour it out into your favorite glass, and you have a chilled tequila reposado drink called the Quail. We'll see if that drink is enough to keep one in the fairway for us today. Alright, we got hole number 1, Swiss Alpine Valley. It's really not even a dog leg. It kind of is. Your drive has to go out towards that boulder down there, but not too far left to actually go into the mountain ridge line right there. Pretty tricky shot. It's also going down 35 yards. I can't think of many courses in the world that have that kind of elevation. I've played quite a few with a lot of elevation, but this is something else. This drive is going to go huge, so you got to really be prepared to where that's going to go in the fairway. Rolling out to about 288, and now it's coming back. I'm going to lose yardage on that when it's rolling back down the hill towards me. Leaving us with 224 into a par 5 green, so let's take a look. It's also going up 9 yards, so with that yardage in mind, I think I'm going to take a 5 wood and see if I can get that in there. Might find a bunker. Ooh, it skated right there in the rough. I'll take that. Not too bad to be green side on an attempt to get to the green on a par 5. Pretty tricky pitch shot though. If I don't get it there, it's going to obviously roll back down either side, left or right. I pretty much have to attack this ridge, get it there, and let it dance right there by the hole. Pretty tricky, I'm not going to lie. This is not a favorable lie, but at least we got some yardage here, and I can flip a shot in there and see, hope for the best. A little bit to the right, didn't quite get that gimme circle. Just a little bit past the hole to the right, I'll take it. Even on the day so far. Quite the epic tee box view on hole number 2 here. You can see right past the green, you have a big lake that's a bluish green water coloration in there, and just giant mountains in here. We got to hit down to a tee box, or from this tee box we're hitting down to a green that's 61 yards down. Didn't quite get to the green, but I'll take that. It's nice and safe right there. We're going to chip over that bunker right there, get it there, otherwise it's going to roll back into that bunker. You can see those marks pretty well. They're really hauling. "48 yards, we're going to really do our best to chip it back there. Spin. All right, we got 10'7". It's moving a little bit right to left, so I'm going to take my control box and just give myself a little bit of a line right there. Just right of the hole. All right, we got hole 3 here. Excuse me. Another driver hole. This is a pretty epic look through here. They got the clouds coming in. It's not a. It looks like a slightly foggy out there. I'm going to use the flyover button here. Give ourselves a look through the sky and see what the hole looks like from the tee box. Pretty good looking golf hole. It's definitely a pretty good looking golf hole. There is some hazards down there. The fairway is split around a big fescue area with some trees and some boulders down there. So I need to use my aim indicator and figure out how long my drive I think is going to go, and like where I would like it placed out in the fairway. Yep, popped one right in that bunker at 302. That's all right. We'll get after this. It's going up 6 yards to an 83-foot pin. Green looks pretty big. Let's just get one up there and assess the putting arrangement. A little bit past. Alright, got a touch of a right to left putt. right again. All right, we're on the hole number 4 tee box, the Swiss Alpine Valley. This one is 218 yards and it's down 35 yards. This hole is absolutely beautiful. I really wish some stuff like this exists. If it does in the world, please tell me where I can play this golf hole. There's some bunkers down there, but I'm pretty sure that I could probably get my 5-iron there. We're gonna pierce one in there and see what happens. All right, we're back with hole number 4. Absolutely epic looking view from up here. Mountains are just huge and we're on an elevated tee box. We're going down 36 yards to 218 and I'm pretty sure I'm going to take my 6-iron and try to get the middle of the green. Went a little deep on that green there, so I have a 58-foot putt coming back. Not the most ideal, but what are you gonna do? It's also going 2 feet down, so this is very elevated up here. I gotta keep that in mind. It's gonna be a pretty slippery putt here. That nearly could have been my golf course simulator record in here. I only installed this a few months ago and my longest putt to date is 44 foot something. I almost went 45 feet. Alright, we have a par 5 here. It's 554 yards, down almost 60 yards, 58 yards. We're really going to have to take a look at the map here to see where I'm going to try to place this, because that's so far up in elevation that I'm having a hard time figuring out how far that drive is actually going to put me, but it's probably going to be over 300 yards for sure. Let's go to 320. I look on my mini map down there and I can see a couple bunkers in the fairway, but this is pretty good. I'm just going to go a little bit left of this. If I go right about there, I think if I put a fade out there, it's actually going to work out pretty good for me. There's a big landing area down there, so it's not too bad. Yeah, just cleared that trap there in the fairway. It's pretty good. Now it's going to roll down to the little valley in the fairway there. 334 yards. Here's where we need a little bit of course management ideology here. It's 9 yards down at 219 yards there. Instantly, just by the yardage, I want to take my I would think 7 would, but we're going down 9 yards, so that's quite a bit. That's going to be too much, so I'm going to have to look at taking my 5-iron. But first, we can't see what's going on, so I'm going to have to zip up there with the scout button and see what the green looks like. Far back to the right, so if I can put a 5-iron on the green and let it roll out, maybe it'll roll to the right. We'll see. there we go. We made the plan and we made it work. We got 38 feet staring us down. Pretty perfect on the distance, just a foot to the right of the hole. Got a birdie though, so we're 1 under on the day. Alright, we got pretty much an island green here, which is looking spectacular. Snowy mountains. This place is just absolutely like majestic. It is so cool. All the teal waterways and stuff like that. It is very, very interesting golf course. We're an elevated tee box at 19 yards going down to 201. With the digital experience I think that I have, I'm probably going to take my 6-iron and get it in there. I don't think I'll come up short, but we'll get after it right here and see. That green is absolutely huge. They can put the pin on so many different areas there. It's peeling off a little bit right to the center of the green, so I'm all right with that. Probably about pin high. Yeah, I think I went 2 yards too long. And this green is torturous. Right away, this putt is going to go killing speed off to the left. It's almost running left as it's running down, so that means it's going to probably be even farther left than what I would really like it to be. So I got a plan for that. I got to go really along that ridge right there and let it fall off. As long as it creeps in that gimme circle, I'm alright with that. We got a 5-foot gimme circle today. Kind of feels like I'm cheating sometimes, but that's okay. Normally, if I'm playing on GSPro by myself without the cameras on, I'm putting a 2-foot gimme ring out there. I feel it plays pretty accurate that way. But for filming purposes, I'll probably always stick with the 5-foot gimme ring out there. Alright, this one, another epic looking hole. This thing all surrounded by these mountains all the time. You're just weaving in and out of these mountains. This one's actually going up 14 yards, so that's a little rare now. I need to figure out, it shows my indicator down there is barely clearing into the fairways about 212, so I got to figure out where my driver's actually going to land up there, or if I got to take a 3-wood or 5-wood. So let's, I might grab my 3-wood just in case and figure out where this thing might be landing here. I don't even think it's going to go that far. Normally in green grass temperatures, this thing off a tee is probably like a 255, 260 club for me, but we're definitely not going to get that by going up 14 yards. So if I can get about 245 out of it, I think that'll be all right. You know what? For you guys, I'm going to rip a driver in there. Why hold back? See if you can climb up that hill a little bit. Only went to 250 and now it's going to roll back down that hill. Oh, what a skunk. It's leaving me no yardage. Excuse me, that finally rolled back to about 237. And now we got 13 yards up, we're looking at 96. I'm pretty sure that's going to leave me with looking at like a 110 to 115 yard club. I'm going to take a look at where the pin is. Little risky there. If you go right of the pin, it could roll down into that bunker. So I want to make sure I err on the side of the left-hand side of the pin on this one. That didn't quite even get as far as I wanted it to, which is probably pretty good because I did hit it right of the pin. Not as intended, and I got a 51-foot putt. Are you shitting me? 51. Oh, it's going to go a little bit too far, just outside the gimme. Oh, man. Man! You win some and you lose a few more. 9'2" going back. And I miss it to the right again. That's a bunch today for a bogey, back even on the day. We got another interesting tee box on hole 8 here, Swiss Alpine Valley. There is a huge embankment to the left. The whole hole is going along that side of the mountain right there, and down to the left is no good. And if you hit it up the side of the slope, you're also no good. So you got to be very careful of where you're going to place your drive. To make it even worse, there's a stream coming right through it, so we're going to take a look at this through the flyover here, just to get a glimpse of the magnitude of this hole. We got the waterway coming down right there, and we could probably put a drive right past it, but I got to check the yardage one more time and see if that would be the smart play or not. Otherwise, you got to lay up beforehand, and that might be the best way to go. It's only going 5 yards up at the green, so that's not much of an elevation change. So I'm thinking I'm going to try to place a driver out there. It's looking like if I hit something 260, it's going to clear that waterway and actually get over there. So we're gonna give that a rip. That worked all right. Looks like it's riding a little bit of a ridge there. Rolled out to 284. We got 144 yards in and 12 yards up. So I'm probably going to take my 8-iron here and adjust for that elevation. Green looks pretty big. Pin's far back. This should be all right. it zips up a little bit. Oh, it's not. It's going to roll to the back of the green. 8-iron was just a little bit too much. Right at the pin though, I'll take that. Disbursement was good. Again, take a little sip of the aiming fluid, the Carajillo. This one's moving a lot right away from left to right. That's going to impact the putt greatly. But then it looks to level out after that, so this is going to be pretty tricky. It's going to want to kind of ride that ridge like a little half pipe there. It's 47 feet. That's not going to be enough speed to get there. Killing me, Smalls. Killing me. Alright, we got no movement at all coming back here, so this is just a straight putt at 11 feet. Still miss it to the right. You gotta be kidding me today. We got 343 yards on this last hole for the day. Number 9 Swiss Alpine Valley. 343 yards and it's down 7 yards. So let's try to just rip a driver in there. The green is pretty well protected by bunkers, but who cares? Not quite enough to get up there, but it should settle down right there. It's 285, 286. Excuse me, just a little chip to the green here. 50 yards going up 9 feet. That should be enough to put me in my 60-degree range right here. I'm gonna look at the hole one more time. It's just past this big ridge right there. So maybe hitting it a little left of the pin might not be the worst idea. Ah, I just flew the pin. Hit a little too hard. That's going to be a long putt. We got 60 feet. Getting pretty close. That's probably going to leave me, yeah, I was going to say almost 8 feet. We got 7'10". That is not very good. I left another one out to the right again. You got to be kidding me. Alright, we're we're back on hole 10, Swiss Alpine Valley, GSPro. This one's pretty epic too. This one, a lot of snow off to the right. Hopefully we're not gonna hit an errant shot down there. We got a helicopter off to the left. That's actually how I got here. We're 27 yards elevated down to a green that's 188 yards. The green is absolutely massive, but if you hit it, you're probably going to end up with a 20, 30, 40 foot putt again. I'm kind of leaning towards an 8-iron right now. We'll see what happens. Just a little bit long, ran to that fringe, but I didn't sit in the bunker, so that's okay. We'll have to deal with that. We're faced with a little bit of a decision here. Normally when you're sitting on the fringe area close to the green, you can opt to putt it by hitting your shortcut button on the box. But this one is going to roll immediately and just kick me right off to the bottom of the green if I choose to putt this. So I want to get it past my break, down to the flat area where there's no movement. Kind of sent it off to the right there, but it stayed in the gimme ring, and I'll take it. Alright, we got another massive elevated tee box here on hole number 11. It's 68 yards down at 475 yards. Looks like towards the end of a drive there's going to be some bunker obstacles down there, so I'm going to use my flyover button and check this out. What a great look the designers had by making the pond over here, or lake. In Minnesota it'd be a pond, it's pretty small. We got ravine to the left. We're not going to go over there. We're going to come back to the tee box and assess where we're going to hit this drive. Again, I can't go left and I don't want to go right. We're going to have to very specifically put this shot where it's going to need to go. .361 yards, and it's out of the way of that boulder right there. That's all I care about. I'm not sure what that cow thinks of this, but let's try to get a good approach in there. We got 5 yards up at 104 yards. I'm going to take my 50-degree wedge here, and that should be enough to get it back there. There we go, pin high, zip it right back, sitting there, 14-foot putt. It's moving just a little bit right to left, not much. I am missing everything to the right today. This one's got a big dogleg right. It's way over the mountain, and we need to send one around the corner. So we have to be very careful on where we're going to place this and our attack angle. There's a big tall tree out there. I'm thinking that that might be the route that we're going to have to take. We'll give it a look. Yeah, I'm going to put it right on that tree trunk out there. That way if I can hit my fade, it'll bring it to the right of that, and I should land right in the fairway. Sent it a little bit farther right than my initial intention, but that really worked out pretty good. It's rolling out to 275, 276. If there's a mistake that I'll take, it's going to be that one right there. Had I not hit it accidentally a little right at my target, I probably would have been in the rough over there. So we got 45 yards in. Not a real ideal yardage for me, but it's still going to be a 60-degree wedge. Just trying to nestle it up there, but we got to take a look at what the green is actually doing. It looks like it's going to roll off to the left, so if I'm going to do anything, I'm going to hit it at the pin and err on the side of the right. A little bit left of the pin, sat right in the gimme circle. I'll take it, that's birdie. All right, we got 131 yards here on hole 13. It's going down 8'2". Should be a pitching wedge for me. Just depends on how hard we're gonna hit this. Put a little finesse on it. It's alright, I'll take it. Running right up there. Still leaving myself with a 20-foot putt though. Sometimes you're at a loss for words. On that note, sometimes in the game of golf, there's nothing better to fix the situation than a little tiny bit of tequila. What another cool look at this hole. We got hole 14, huge mountain slope on the left hand side, so if we're going to hit a draw or a hook, this is not the time to be doing that. And then the right side of it is just an epic canyon going down to the other holes that we played earlier, and you can actually see the helicopter pad which we were near before. 426 to the pin, down 18 yards. If we eliminate all that stuff, it's still a fairly straight hole. So we're gonna take a look at the fairway. What I like to do in course management is just take a look at the fairway. How was the course designed? If you know something like this, it's a pretty straightaway shot. But if you got a bend and a dog leg in the fairway, that's what you have to look at. Where's your shot gonna go? Don't even pay attention to the rough. In this case, there's no rough, so we gotta look at that fairway very accurately. I'm gonna get my aiming stick out there and figure out where this is actually gonna go. I'm thinking at 18 yards down, it's probably gonna be about a 300-yard drive, and see where it's gonna be placed out there in the fairway. Alright, that should be alright. If I hit my alignment and put my fade out there, it should leave me in a pretty good spot of the fairway. By now, I'm not even thinking about any damage to the left or the right. Definitely not going to send one down the ravine. We're just going to get one out there in the fairway, and we're like already looking forward to the approach shot in. Golf is a lot about skill and a lot of luck sometimes. I wanted to hit one out there at the left-hand side of the fairway and let it peel in there with a little bit of a fade. It didn't fade as much as I would have liked, and it picked the skinniest little bit of rough to land in, and I'm so thrilled that it did, because now I just have to worry about a little bit of a rough grass here and a couple of plants. That's it. Alright, we're up 5 yards at 138 yards. I'm going to take my 9-iron, and that should be enough to be successful here. But we got to take a look at the green, because I can't even see it from this elevation. A little bit left of the pin again, rolling around to the backside. That's all right, didn't go in the bunker. Not too bad. Rolled out to 150, that's a long putt now, another almost 40-foot putt. Relatively straight though, so let's see if we can nestle it up nice and quick. Just not enough speed, but it still got in there for a par. Heading into the tail end of this round at hole 15, also the tail end of this Don Pepin. These things are excellent, by the way. Feel free to leave a comment in there. What you guys, you folks that smoke cigars out there on the course, drop a line. Tell me what your favorite cigar is for your favorite round of golf. Alright, we're 12 yards up, 344 yards out away, and we're just going to pound another driver out there. It doesn't look like there's much to get us in trouble. I don't even think I need to do any aiming out there. It's relatively straight, so I'm just going to go right over that boulder formation out there and hope for the best. Pretty close to getting on the green, and it's going to roll right into that bunker. I think it stayed on the lip. It's got me in the rough grass. Remember when we talked about skill and a little bit of luck right there? Luck. I'm not hitting out of the sand. on the simulator, the sand doesn't really matter that much. It always comes out pretty nice. But I'm in the rough grass. I would rather take that in the real game of golf any day than hitting out of the damn greenside bunkers. A little bit too long. All right, 9'8". That's a little bit of a break in here, so let's put a little aim in there. There we go. I didn't miss it right this time. I did not miss it right this time. Another beautiful hole off to the left. Massive ravine. Let's not do that. Over to the right. We got a stream coming down the mountain. I don't think that's in play, but we're definitely gonna look at the flyover here and get a good grasp of where that actually is. Oh, it looks like we could probably get in there if we're not careful. They even have an island over there with a bunker on it and a bridge going to it. How cool is this? That almost gives me a good idea. On GSPro you can do on-course practice, is to get out there and hit one in the bunker just so you could start to play out of that. That would be actually pretty cool to hit out of a bunker over the water onto the green and just do some crazy course practice like that. Alright, that should be good enough aim for me. I'm going to aim for my box that I put out there and put a little fade on it and hopefully be up there towards the green. I definitely don't have enough to get there, so I'm not worried about that. I just want good placement for the next shot. Maybe came out a little bit low and didn't get up to the actual tier that I wanted to, so we're going to roll back down the hill a little bit of a ways. That's okay. Lots of clubs in the bag, right? Alright, we're up 10 yards, 101 yards, so I'm probably going to take about a 115 yard club, 110 to 115. Get a good look. Should be easy enough. Just a bit short. Love leaving myself these 20 to 30 foot putts today. It kind of looks like it's left to right, right to left. I might be going down a little bit of a valley here, and it's only down 1 inch, so we'll see. It's pretty level. This time just a little bit left, about a foot past the hole, I'll take it. That's how you miss a putt. You're really not going to make a lot of 26 footers, so if you can leave it within a foot or two. If you guys are going to put any work into practice, the last few years, my practice for doing lag putts has been, I turned it up about tenfold, and I'm not going to lie, there's a lot of guys on my league that compliment me because they can two-putt from almost everywhere on the green. But it takes a lot of practice, weekly practice, and that's one of the things that I did to improve my game to the point where it is today. All right, we got hole 17, 374 yards, 20 yards down. Gonna grab my little tequila here and do a flyover and enjoy the ride. It looks like we got a dried up little creek right there, but other than that, well, it's like they made it look like it's sand traps, but they kind of snaked a sand trap in their regular course. It would, and if that was Minnesota, it'd almost be like a dried up little creek bed. All right, a little bit of a guessing game here. I'm going to try to go over that second bend in the sand trap looking creek and put a safe one into play so I can have a good approach to the green. I definitely want it on the right side because as this creek, little sand trappy creek goes to the left, it's got a big area off to the right, so I definitely don't want to go at the pin. I want to aim at the pin with a fade to the right, so on an error on the side of the right hand side of the fairway. Just enough to get over. All right, we got to go up 5 yards and 69 yards. Oh, that's not going to be it. Probably approach it with the 60 here. Looks like it would be all right. Alright, we're on the tee box, the hole 18. Another absolutely epic hole. I think I overused that word today, but I mean, you gotta be shitting me. This course is absolutely one of the most fun courses to play on GSPro. Another elevated tee box, 19 yards down. Tons of areas in this fairway to put it with a lot of different, not quite fescue, but there's sand traps, there's trees. Lots of different things to actually fall into out there, so we're going to have to get a good look with the flyover and then pick a good spot that we can land a drive out there that's not going to get caught in one of those catcher's mitts of bunkers out there. Probably plan to land it somewhere over there and then get over from there, but I have to take a look at what kind of length from the tee box we might be looking at. Flyover got a little wonky there. I think the dude almost lost the drone. That should be okay if I place a shot out there with a little bit of a fade on it. Stopped at about 295 and change. And we have 235 in on a par 5 and it's going up 4 yards. So I think I should be able to get my 5-wood there without much trouble. Let's take a look at the green. That should be okay to get a 5-wood in there. Not too bad, rolled out the 242, a little bit past the hole. Another 20-foot putt coming back. Green's not even moving, they didn't give us any break in this thing, that's kind of nice. Missed another one to the right, but I left it about 2.5 foot past the hole. Didn't turn out too bad. Alright, not too bad around there. I'm not going to lie, there was a couple glitches in there. I had to take a few mulligans, so mulligans on the error of the Bushnell not picking up the shots the right way. It happens maybe once or twice around. Sometimes you got to do a little bit of editing and stuff like that. So this is a little bit reflective of how I play on the daily in the green grass. But had a few birdies out there, a couple bogeys. Ended up with a digital 69. Very difficult course, very beautiful course. Definitely one of my favorites on GSPro. So anytime you're on there, just give it a play. You won't be disappointed. It's definitely a fun round of golf. Definitely had a good time filming today. Had a good time smoking a cigar, a little tequila drink. Let me know what you think of the content. Give me some comments. Give me some likes and subscribes, some shares if you cared about the content today. If some of the stuff that I'm going over today is as far as course management and trying to make you guys a better golfer out there, drop a comment. Let me know what I could be doing better. Let me know what might be in here that's going to help your game out. That's what we're here for, right? Information sharing and knowledge. Another tidbit too. I was stuck at about a 3 or 4 handicap for a very long time, and through different swing training and practice and putting, chipping, of course, all throughout the bag. Some of the stuff that I'm going to be going through in some of these videos is going to be how to approach that, how to train for that, how to practice better in that, and then overall course management. Not always hitting the farthest club in your bag every time that you got some distance to be looking at. Play the course a little bit smarter, play the course how it was designed, and put yourself in positions on the golf course that you can actually go for it once in a while when it allows you to. You got to know your misses out there. That's the big part of knowing the game of golf, and combining knowing where your miss might be, combine that with proper course management, and you're going to see your scores drop. Take care.